What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping back in with the weekly reset breakdown for Destiny 2, kicking off on the 9th of August. And so we're in the final 2 weeks of Season 17 now, and that leaves only 2 weeks until the season reveal and showcase on the 23rd. Between now and then we'll get a bit more information about the upcoming season from Bungie. But in-game this week, the season pushes forward with the activity rotation, plus we'll cover the Nightfall and featured modes, and the updated Eververse store, which includes some sought-after Solstice items coming up after the event this week, so we'll break down that in a moment, as well as other key rewards in the game. So, as always guys, I hope you find the video useful, and if you do, be sure to get subscribed for more Destiny content soon. And otherwise, let's get into it. Initially, we should point out that Solstice has ended. However, we do have another week of Solstice loot for Eververse, including some of the popular items for Bright Dust, so we'll cover that in a couple of moments' time. But for other content this week and for the Vanguard, the featured Nightfall will be the arms dealer, and as always we'll have the opportunity to earn the Nightfall weapon, which this week will be Plug 1 according to Braytech. I believe Plug 1 is being taken out of the Nightfall weapon rotation going into next season, so it'll be the last opportunity to acquire this weapon for a little while. Certainly worth bearing that in mind. Then for other playlists, Showdown will return to the Crucible as the featured mode. Then for Trials at the weekend, we should see Freelance and Capture Zone, plus Trials is going to get bonus rank points available this weekend when it returns on Friday. Of course, also bear in mind that there could be a couple of weeks where we don't get Trials at the start of the next season, although we'll have to wait for confirmation from Bungie about that. Of course, for seasonal content, assuming nothing new pops up this coming week, we'll still see the rotation on all of the seasonal content, including Containment and Sever. And then we get the Dungeon and Raid rotation, and the featured activities this week will include the Vault of Glass, as well as the Grasp of Avarice Dungeon. Both of these are going to drop their unique items with updated power relevancy, and we get those pinnacle drops on completions. And that takes us to the featured Lost Sectors for the week, so for Tuesday's reset, we'll see K1 Crew Quarters dropping exotic helmets on solo clears. But for August 10th, it'll be K1 Logistics dropping exotic legs. And staying on the moon, for August 11th, we'll see K1 Revelation dropping exotic gauntlets. Then August 12th, we'll see K1 Communion dropping exotic chest pieces. August 13th, we'll see the Conflux dropping exotic helmets, with Metamorphosis featured on August 14th dropping exotic legs. Then finally on August 15th, next Monday before reset, we'll see Sepulture dropping exotic gauntlets. And now let's get onto the Eververse inventory for the week. One of the things we were curious about is another week of featured Solstice items according to todayindestiny.com. It wasn't clear if this was a bug or something like that, but Bungie Help did confirm that all of the items previewed there will be available this coming week for Bright Dust. And so that's going to include the Sweet Sprinkles exotic Ghost Shell, which will be 2850 Bright Dust. And then we'll get access to the ornament for Witherhoard, the Splendid Vidua, one of the more sought after items for the event, and that will be available for 1250 Bright Dust. Additionally though, we'll see the Baroque Entrance Transmat effect, which will be 450 Bright Dust, and the featured shader from Solstice will be Regal Daring, which will be 300 Bright Dust. Additionally though, we'll see the Water Gun Exotic emote, that will be 3250 Bright Dust, as well as the legendary emote No Fair, which will be 700 Bright Dust. The next item available in the store this week will be the Seashell Exotic Ghost, that will be 2850 Bright Dust, and then we're going to see the Quadricycle Exotic Sparrow as well for 2500 Bright Dust. But the final few items include the Argentate Dusk Exotic Ship, that'll be available for 2000, and then we've got the Sudden Squall Exotic Ornament for Sturm, which will be available for 1250. Then finally we've got the Seashell Projection, a legendary ghost projection there for 1500 Bright Dust. So kind of unusual to have a full inventory of Solstice items after the event's ended, but it's a good catch up and first opportunity to grab some of those items for Bright Dust, so let us know if you'll be diving in and picking any up. The last couple of activity bits though include Dares of Eternity this week, which will see rotation 3 loot drops, and that includes the Kairos Function and Jensum Knight armor sets. Plus, we'll see Season of the Worthy and Arrivals weapons drop in. Then moving over to the Dreaming City, the Ascendant Challenge for the week is Forfeit Shrine, which is accessed via the Gardens of Isilla. If you want to find the location for that one, we'll run it at the end of the video. But otherwise, in terms of communications and potential news from Bungie this week, they had said in the previous TWAB that they're excited for the showcase at the end of the month. And in the immediate future, the TWAB for this week will be diving into some more weapon changes for Season 18, as well as some showcase hype on how to watch, and a little bit of info about what to expect. So be sure to stay tuned on Tuesday, and I'll keep you guys up to date. And finishing with some new known issues, but Bungie point out that the Eternity Crucible map is not counting towards the Flawless Seals This Is the Way triumph. They're also aware that the rally flag sometimes doesn't work in the second encounter of Wellspring Defend. The Duality Introduction quest doesn't count master completion for the quest's objective, plus players can sometimes die when transporting to the Nightmare Realm in the Duality Dungeon, and they're aware that glows on this year's Solstice armor have an unintentionally reduced glow. So a few extra things to bear in mind right there. But otherwise guys, for the reset, that rounds up everything we have to cover for this week. So as always, I hope you found the video useful, and if you have, a rating down below really does help us out on the channel. Plus, if you're new around here, be sure to get subscribed so I can keep you up to date with everything related to Destiny 2. Otherwise though, for today, thank you as always for tuning in, and I will catch you guys very soon.
Down. Guardian down. Guardian down.